Hello, everyone. Welcome to Algebra 1, lesson 3.5, which is going to be module 2B if you're following along online in the book. So this is our third unit, and it's the fifth page of the unit. So today we're going to get into our solving systems of linear equations. But this time, instead of just looking at some numbers and some graphs, we're actually going to look at real world problems. So we're going to use some modeling. And what we're going to do is, let's see if I can get there we go. Some system of equations, real world modeling. And so we have 3 pizzas and 4 sandwiches that cost $69. 3 pizzas and 7 sandwiches cost $87. So how much does a pizza and just a plain sandwich cost? What's the cost of the pizza? And what's the cost of the sandwich? Well, in order to find that out, we have to write up some equations. So we've got 3 pizzas. So we'll call that 3P. And we have 4 sandwiches, 4S. Together, they cost $69. So that means if we add them together, they're going to cost a total of $69. Okay, so that's our first equation. Our second equation says 3 pizzas and 7 sandwiches. So 3 pizzas and 7 sandwiches cost, it says $87. $87. How much does a pizza cost and how much does a sandwich cost? So it does not tell us specifically how we are to solve this. So we can choose any method we would like to solve this. So I'm going to solve this using elimination. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to subtract this bottom equation from the top equation. So if I want to subtract, I need to change all my signs. Okay. So 3P minus 3P, that's going to cancel out. 4S minus 7S. Well, I've got like terms there, so my S is just going to carry down. And 4 minus 7, I've got different signs, so I need to find the difference. So that means I'm just going to do 7 minus 4, which is 3. And then whatever the sign is, plus, positive, or negative of my number that had the larger value, which happened to be 7, is negative. That's what my answer will be as well. So negative 3S equals 69 minus 87. Again, different signs, so I'm going to find the difference. I subtracted them and I got 78. And my larger value is negative, so my answer will be negative as well. Again, I recommend you use your calculator to find this out, just to verify that you get it correct. Now all we have to do is to divide to get S by itself. We're going to divide negative 78 by 3, and S is 6. So that tells me my sandwiches are $6 each. I must be at Chick-fil-A. That's an expensive sandwich. All right, so now we need to figure out how much does a pizza cost. Let's go ahead and fill out our sentence we're going to write for our answer, because it's a word problem, so we need a word answer. I just need to fill in the amount here for how much my pizzas are going to be. How do I figure that out? Well, I have to stick 6 into one of these 2 equations to figure out what P is going to be. I'm going to use substitution. So I'm going to have 3P plus 4, and instead of S, I'm going to put in my 6 equals 69. Okay, so 4 times 6 is 24. So I've got 3P plus 24 equals 69. Then I'm going to subtract 24 from both sides. It's 45. 3P equals 45. Then what's happening to the P is it's being multiplied. So I'm going to have to divide by 3. So my P equals 15. So pizzas are $15 each. And this is my final answer. All right, so I've got, I think, just 3 more problems in this lesson here. And then you get to go try it for yourself on an assignment. So let's go over one more together before I ask you to pause. There are 812 students in a school, and there are 36 more girls than boys. So how many girls and boys are there? Well, we know there's a total of 812 students in the school. We're going to assume that they're just referencing male and female. So we're going to say girls plus boys equals 812 students in the school. Now, it says that there are 36 more girls than there are boys. So we can say that the boys equal, there are 36 more girls than boys. So it actually should be girls equal. Let me fix that. Girls are 36 more than boys. Okay, so in this instance, I am not wanting to use the method of elimination. I just want to use the method of substitution because I already have a G equals here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in this equation right here for my G, and then I'm going to solve. So instead of G plus B equals this, I'm going to say 36 plus B, and then that replaced my G here. So I'm going to continue with the rest. Plus B equals 812. So now that I see this, I can see I've got to combine my like terms. So 36 is the only constant, plus 2B, because there are 2 B's there. And that equals 812. To get rid of my 36, I'm going to subtract it. So using my calculator, I'm going to get 776. And then I have to divide by 2 to undo this 2 times b here. So using my calculator, 776 divided by 2, I'm going to get 388. So that tells me that there are 388 boys. And, well, how many girls are there? Well, we know that girls plus boys equals 812. So all I have to do is 812 minus the amount of boys, 388. And that's going to tell me that I have 424 girls, 424 girls. So my final answer, there are 388 boys and 424 girls. And I have that information right here just to verify for us. Now we're going to move on to the next question. These last 2 questions, I want you to pause first, try it on your own, and then unpause and we'll go over it together. All right, welcome back. Lisa and Beverly have $5 to spend on an afternoon snack at Bob's Burger Joint. And they can buy 2 hamburgers and 1 soda and get no change back. That must mean it equals exactly $5. So we've got 2 hamburgers and 1 soda. I don't need to put a 1 in front of it. It's implied. And together that costs exactly $5. Okay. So we've already used up the first 2 sentences. Let's look at this last sentence. Or they can buy 1 hamburger and 2 sodas. So we have that as just H plus 2S. And they get 40 cents back. Well, I kind of need to jump back to this first sentence to figure out what this is going to be. Because if they get 40 cents back and they have $5, $5 minus 40 cents is going to be $4.60. Make sure you use your calculator. $4.60. So now we have 2 complete equations. We can find out how much does the soda cost. We're looking for the soda here. So since we're looking for the soda, I would like to go ahead and use my method of elimination, solve by elimination, and I want to eliminate the H so that I can solve for S, the sodas. So if I want to eliminate H, I'm going to multiply this bottom equation by -2. That'll allow me to have an exact opposite of this top H up here. Okay, so my bottom equation is going to be -2H. That's how I multiply that one. Then let's multiply this one. This would be -4S equals, make sure you use your calculator, -2 times 460 is going to be 920. And then I also still have, I did not do anything to this top equation. I'm just going to move it over. 2H plus S equals 5. Okay, so now I need to add these together. 2H, a positive 2H, negative 2H will cancel out. A positive, remember this is a 1, a positive 1S minus 4H is a negative 3S equals a positive 5 and a positive 9. That shouldn't be a positive. We multiplied it by a negative. I did that wrong. That's why you need to use your calculators, huh? -920. So a positive 5 and a -920. When I use my calculator to get that answer, I'm going to get a -420 here. Then I need to divide by 3. -3 in order to undo what's being done to the S here. So when I divide by -3, I'm going to get $1.20. So a soda costs $1.20. That's my final answer. Let's see, I should have the answer written here. Oh, I have it covered up. All right, we had 2H plus S equals 5, H plus 2S equals 460. Got those correct. A soda cost $1.40. Oh, that's what I have written down on my paper, but I wrote it down wrong on the board here. So let's rewrite that. Soda cost $1.40. -420 divided by -3 is $1.40. So let's correct that, $1.40. Yep. All right, so last one here in practice. I want you to pause, try it on your own, and we will move on. All right, Jane has 25 coins in her purse. I don't know why she'd have it in your purse. She has it in her purse, and they're all quarters and dimes. So she has 25 coins that are all quarters and dimes. I'm going to pause right there and write this. Quarters and dimes together are 25 of them. So Q plus D equals 25. Then it says the total amount of money is $5.35. Well, we need to know a little bit more information in order to write our second equation. And this information is understood for you to already know. This is the value of a quarter and the value of a dime. Well, everyone should know how much a quarter is. A quarter costs 25 cents, so 0.25 Q, and the value of a dime is 10 cents, so 0.10 D. So if we multiply the value of a quarter times how many quarters we have, and we add it to the value of the dimes times how many dimes we have, we add those two amounts together, we should get $5.35. That's how you figure out how much money you have. Now, instead of elimination, I prefer to solve this one through substitution. So Q is going to equal 25 minus D. Okay, so on my equation here, I have a Q. So I'm going to take this equation I just found and plug it into where the Q is. So I've got 0.25 times, instead of Q, I'm going to put 25 minus D, okay, plus 0.10 times D equals 5.35. Now I'm going to use my distribution property. I'm going to multiply what's out here to everything inside. And I'm going to use my calculator. Using my calculator, 0.25 times 25, I get 6.25 minus 0.25 times negative d is going to be a negative answer. 0.25 d plus 0.10 d equals 5.35. Now I want to combine my like terms. There's only one constant here, so let's go ahead and write that down. Now I have two d's, so I know I'm going to be having something with a d after it. I have a negative 0.25 and a positive 0.1. Using my calculator to add those together, I'm going to get a negative 0.15d, and that's going to equal 5.35. Now I need to subtract 625 from both sides. If I have a positive 625, I need to undo it by doing a negative 625. So in order to do that, I still have my negative 0.15d equals. Now on this side, I'm going to have a negative 0.90. And in order to undo what's being done to D here, to figure out how many dimes we have to divide by negative 0.15 on both sides. So D is going to equal 6. So Jane has 6 dimes and blank quarters. So I know that I need to figure out how many quarters she has. So I'm going to take the amount of dimes and plug it into one of these two equations. Well, quarters plus dimes equals 25. So she has a total of 25 coins. 25 minus 6 is going to be 19. So I know that Q must equal 19. So she has 19 quarters. Jane has 6 dimes and 19 quarters. Let's see if that works. All right, we have right up here Jane with the two equations, and it says Jane has 19 quarters and 6 dimes. So it looks like we did get it correct. I hope that you got everything correct in those practice problems, and I'll see you in the next lesson.